Yes, one thing is sure, truth always prevails. Just listen to this man.
If you recall, in this studio, sometime 2014, when the Agatus of Benue State took the heat from the same threat types, I said something specifically that Macban was struggling to own a problem that was not theirs. We also saw at that point the ethnicization of criminal elements. Ethnicization of criminal elements in the sense that crime is crime. And the umbrella body, Macban, did not help matters because they kept seeming to try to own the problem. Now we're here. We've had a meeting. We've had is it a communique now or a press release? Profiling the trends in Nigeria, I say well done. Meeting, press release. Beyond that ceremony, it is still up to the umbrella body now to toe the line and lead the initiative. It's not about going to sit down with all the dainty fellows saying very wonderful things. Then that miscreant, that rascal in the forest will still do something tomorrow that will set the whole process back. Those people that are killing and raping and maiming, they have no reckoning or respect for constituted authority or law enforcement, and we will deal with them decisively. Lastly, we must understand that Nigeria is for all of us, but it comes with a responsibility. You cannot go where you wish to reside and decide not to respect the norms and values of the people you met there. You can't do that. Across this country, we've had issues because that's what people tend to want to do. It's not done anywhere. Much as we are allowed by law to live where we want and reside where we want, you must understand that you didn't carry that place on your head and take it there. You met people there. And the people have a way of life, they have norms, they have values. If it's not okay with you, their values, leave them in peace. Don't go there and try to impose your outlandish ways on people. It's not done. You do that, you become a troublemaker. You see, crime is to mankind as mankind is to crime. Depending on which society or which country, different acts are considered criminal. There is a level of apprehension amongst we Nigerians when things happen. And that, unfortunately, Macban now became the face of what you can call the defenders of those gory acts. Today, as I speak to you, the Fulani ethnic nationality has become the face of anything those rascals in the bushes do. Let me tell you something, Makinde. My father is still alive and I am his son. By the laws and rules that guard our families, there is something I can do today and even my father will disown me. So what I'm simply saying here is if Macban really wants to be seen, to be serious about not identifying with what is happening and not blacklisting the ethnic nationality to which they belong, they must take a firm position and stamp their foot about these renegade and rogue herdsmen who are hell-bent on blacklisting the Fulani nationality. We have a way of thinking the ceremony solves the problem. Macban has met with stakeholders at their level. I can assure you those perpetrating the act are inane and oblivious of what is happening. You may be surprised that right after this meeting, these people will still do damage. Now, what I'm trying to say here is simple. What are the exact things we need to do? Remember, Macban is MIYETTI Allah Cattle Breeders Association of where? Nigeria. So you don't just stroll in with your cattle from God knows where, and because you are within our nation space, you believe you are now a member of MIYETTI Allah. No, Macban will have to streamline that. And one thing I will encourage Macban to do is to begin to look at options. Way back 2015, I was in Kaduna State. I attended a program on radio, and I asked a very simple question, which we need to go back to. There are more polo horses in northern Nigeria than there are anywhere else, and horses eat even much more than cattle. Do we graze our polo horses in Zaria, in Kano, in Kaduna? No. So how are they fed? Through the seasons. Do we unleash them on people's farms? No. How are they fed? Today, rural, or rather let me say urbanization and evolution has brought us to a situation where we cannot continue to do things the good old way. So it is up to us to evolve with time and try to see how we can exploit ways. I look forward to seeing that day when MIYETTI Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria will head their cattle with drones. And 50, 70 years from now, our children will be saying it's our culture to head cattle with drones. There are three perspectives to the meeting. The perspectives of those who held the meeting in their exalted positions, the perspective of the locals, the citizens of the state, and also the perspectives of whom? The miscreants. The miscreants are oblivious and inane to constituted authority. The people feel very insecure, as it were. And the government has done what I've said earlier, made pronouncement, held ceremonies. How do we make them feel safe? There is one low-hanging fruit solution. And before I make that solution known, let me say that there is virtually no state in Nigeria that hasn't taken the hit on this peculiar threat we're talking about. They are all over. The best way we can do it is not to run to the federal government all the time and say, look, do something. We have to micromanage the threat. Micromanaging the threat has to be every single governor's baby. We must let the governors micromanage this threat in their states. And if truly we want to coexist with each other, then where we find ourselves across cultural and religious, how do I put it, divides, then we must learn to respect the values, the norms, and the sensitivities of the socio-cultural environment within which we find ourselves. We must not begin to carry ourselves and try to go and impose ours on others. We are guilty of doing this across all regions of Nigeria. I've been in this country long enough to see even across religious divides, certain people cross to where their religion is alien to others, and then clashes occur. We must learn to respect and accommodate each other. So basically what we are looking at is a situation where if the federal government wants to see some real fast, low-hanging fruit results, they must allow the chief executives to manage the situations in their state, and they can do that effectively.
Honestly, this man has always been like this. He says it just the way it is. A lot of northerners are not going to be agreeing with him. And from what I heard, the man is a Fulani man. He says it just the way it is. But these people will not do things in the right way, so that we have the desired country that we talk about. They will never. We started hearing from a lot of people just picking the issue from the top instead of going through the root and deal with this whole thing. But they just want to be one-sided, and that is why we are having problem. They are not just going to be happy with this man because they believe that he's sabotaging them. But truth is always prevailing, irrespective of how you want to look at it. You can turn it here and there, left, right, and center, but it must stand. It must definitely stand. And that is how they have kept us in this situation that we found ourselves. And these people that are across board, all those evil people, they call them leaders across board, they politicize every damn thing. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Leave your comments below respectfully, and let's know your thoughts on what this man has said. Thank you.